Good evening, viewers all over the world and fellow Nigerians. I'm here again to speak on this special day of our country's Independence Day. I heard our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's independence speech. And among many other things he spoke about, the one that captured my mind most was when he made reference to the Civil War. And I asked myself, was this just a mere reference? Or was he referring to a lesson that Nigeria has learned? What do I mean? I mean to say that our leaders are gradually forcing Nigerians into civil disobedience, which could lead to anything. It could lead to anything. Because the government agencies, security agencies, are using measures. They have started it again, like they did during the NSAS. Are using measures that are inadequate to normal and peaceful protest of citizens, which is their constitutional right. Nigerians are protesting, saying that they are hungry. And there's no amount of written speech that can put food on their table. Nigerians has already crossed the level of rhetorics, written speech. Nigerians are now at the level of seeing food on their table, being sure of their security, being sure of how their children school fees will be paid, and many other things. And I don't think that Nigerians are asking for too much. Here we are today. Is there anything that those species can do without the government meeting the needs of citizens of Nigeria? And there will be peace. I've been saying it, and I'll continue to say it until the right thing is done. Nigerians they are not going to be docile anymore. President Tinubu was in the street of Nigeria protesting against many governments. He has protested against many previous governments. So, which was and is still his fundamental human right to do so. Why does he think that other Nigerians don't have right to do same? Why send police and army to go and harass innocent citizens for demanding for their fundamental human rights? Nigerians are asking for food, security. Their children should go back to school. Electricity should be available for all Nigerians. And many other things. Nigerians are not asking for too much. And their needs should and must be attended to. If they believe that they have reduced Nigerians to the level of mere beggars, that is a fundamental mistake that our government is making. You must understand that the protest they did during their time was analog. Today, use of today, they they are more equipped. They can communicate with anything from any distance to one another, and they will feel the street. So they are much more equipped. Their use of today are much more radicalized than they were those days, and the thoughts that they were. So the best thing for our government to do is to look at Nigerians' problems. I saw today on Arise News, an old newspaper, where the same Bayo Ononoga who is running around the street today telling Nigerians to be patient, government doing, where he said a few years back, where he complained about a government after 6 weeks of installment. He complained, it was in the newspaper, I saw it on Arise News. The same Bayo Ononoga today, who is today, he has become everything because it is his turn. Yes, it is his turn. So, and you think that Bayo Ononoga thought that if he has forgotten, that Nigerians has forgotten. No. If you have forgotten, Nigerians has forgotten. Internet has not forgotten. I must be sincere with you. Patriotism is the only thing that brings development to every nation. Every developed nation today, they are developed because citizens embraced patriotism. But people cannot be patriotic when the government has no respect for them. It's a give and take something. Not when the government is feeding fat and telling the people to tie their belts, giving them endless hope, and they want them to be patriotic with empty stomach. I know President Tinubu was not patriotic with empty stomach. So asking Nigerians to be patriotic when they are hungry is asking for too much. Especially in the hopeless state that our country find ourselves today. And our government, our leaders, must stop harassing citizens for demanding for their right. Why tear gassing them on the 1st of October? Because they came out to demand for their right. They said that the 64 years independence has not favored them, that they want a new independence that will favor them. I think that is democracy. Democracy means that the power belongs to the people. That is just it. Government of the people, for the people and by the people. So everything boils down to the people. So if injustice continues to flourish in our country, patriotism will take through the window. So if you want the people to be patriotic, show them the reason. But Nigerians have endured bad leadership for a very long time. And they say that they can no more endure it. No more talking, sweet talks, beautiful rhetorics. They want now action. What is the action? Simple food on the table. You tell them to be patient. You can't tell a hungry man to be patient. Something must be done, and done very fast. Yes. I saw young girls, little children and women in the streets of Kano, while other young girls are in school, other children are in school. So tomorrow, when these people can't get basic education, tomorrow you will just call them any name you choose. Like Buhari said those days that young Nigerians are lazy youths, according to him. So today, those young girls and little girls who are in the streets of Kano, how do you expect them to be proud of their country? To celebrate Independence Day with you? Are they independent of what? What are they independent of? They are still dependent. They are dependents. They're on the streets begging. Independent countries, people who their countries are independent, the government takes care of them as long as they don't have jobs. Their governments put food on their table. Those are independent countries. And you can tell those people on the streets of Kano that today is Independent Day. They will ask you, independent of what? So, having said that, I just want to continue to remind Nigerians. All Nigerians are asking for is their right. Security is the right of every citizen. Our farmers cannot go to farm today. I repeat again, because of insecurity. You can continue telling us, reading any type of speech that you have killed 1 million Boko Harams. How does it translate to the reality that people cannot go back to farm and farm, be able to take care of their families, and have extra to say to those that do not have farm? How does killing 1 million Boko Harams translate to that? That is the question. How does it translate to that? Because killing 1 million or 1 billion Boko Harams could be hearing this all the while. Killing a Boko Haram, killing IPOB, killing whoever you are killing. How does it translate to the reality on ground that Nigerians cannot feed their own families in their own country. So, as much as what our government is looking for now is even where to build ID camps. Not to build low-cost houses for workers or homeless people. No. They're looking for where they'll get land, maybe across Nigeria, to build ID camps. What a government. So, Mr. President, I will advise you personally to use that energy that you are using to tell Nigerians all these stories that they have heard more than enough of it. Use the same energy to think of how to better their lives, because you can fool some people sometime, but not all the people all the time. I also want to tell you once again, use the same energy to liberate those political prisoners. Today, independence should be to liberate those political prisoners. Let them go home. Freedom. Political prisoners. Today's independence should be doing the right thing. Justice for one, justice for all. Those people that you and your government, most of them were there before you came to power, no doubt, but to use your power today and do the right thing that your predecessor could not do or refuse to do. Prove a point. Do better. Do better. It is your turn. Yes. It is your turn to do better, not your turn to take Nigeria from bad to worse. No. So, I must sincerely say to Mr. President that Nigerians are afraid that maybe very soon that not voting for APC may be termed as a crime. It could become a crime not voting for APC. Mm-hmm. And before you know it, they will call it treason. Voting for APC before it becomes treason, show Nigerians what you promised them during the electoral campaign. If you promise them nothing, tell them that you promised them nothing. If you promise them something, put it on the table for them. We all heard you say that it is your turn. Okay, now you have the turn. No problem. It is your turn. But your turn to do what? To better Nigerians' life, or to take them from fire to fire pan, from fire pan to fire. God forbid. We can always say, Mr. President, Nigerians cannot be tired of speaking out or protesting until they get what they are asking for. The worst mistake this government will make, or any government will make, is to believe that we just be playing on the gallery till they get tired and go home and we continue with business as usual. That's a mistake. This generation, they know what they are doing. And be rest assured that they are willing to go extra mile with any leadership that does not favor them. We can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. Nigeria, Independence Day could be better if all Nigerians are independent. But with what is on ground now, Nigeria Independence Day, we have seen it on paper, but we have not seen it on the table. No. It is not a reality that people can feel. It's just a mere rhetoric that it is Independence Day. We want it to be translated into the day-to-day life of all Nigerians. Nigerians are not asking for too much. They are only asking for a better life. And this is their fundamental human right. Nigeria is rich in everything. Human resources, natural resources, just name it. Nigeria is qualified to be one of the greatest nations in this world if we have good leaders. But I don't know, I can't understand why we have always shameful leaders, shameless leaders, sorry. Shameless leaders. If you think that this one is bad, the next one that will come will become worse. They will promise Nigerians everything, only to come and do nothing. So enough is enough. Enough is enough. Nigerians can't continue this way. If you cannot take Nigerians to where they are going, leave them where you met them. If you can't take us to where we are going, leave us where you met us. Leave us where you met us. Don't take us to nowhere. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. So, President Tinubu, the message is yours. The message is yours. There's no other person you can blame. If you fail, you fail. If someone makes you to fail, you have failed. You're the only person Nigerians elected. Nigerians voted for you. You won the election. So if you do well, you have the credit. If you fail, Nigerians will hold you responsible. You'll be held responsible for the failure of whosoever they are all your employees. So Nigerians want better. I said earlier, what Nigerians want food. What Nigerians want is food, not bullets, not tear gas. Enough of this. Enough is enough. Enough of the bullets and tear gas. Wasting taxpayers' money on bullets and tear gas, on citizens who just came to demand for better life. Well, that's all I have for fellow Nigerians. I would have loved so much to wish us happy Independence Day. But I don't have reason to add that happy because I know that great majority of Nigerians are not happy and they can't fake happiness. Majority of Nigerians are not happy, so they can't fake it. Majority of Nigerians are not happy. So wishing them happy Independence Day may not be the right thing. I wish Nigerians good luck. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. We shall not stop speaking up until the needful is done. And nobody can stop us from speaking up. We all own Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to all of us. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Amen.